Good morning.
Morning.
It is day 2 of our trip to Alton Towers, and we're just about to go down for breakfast. We either had the option of like 7:30 or 10, so we went for 10.
We went for 10.
Yeah, I was taking a good sleep. How did you sleep? How did you find it?
Yeah, good. And what we've got at home, but apart from that, like still comfortable, nice and relaxing. It's a good
Yeah, it was
room.
really comfy.
Yeah.
The shower's good. We understand it's maybe a bit like a child's toy box.
Well, bit.
Or like a colouring book, but it's good fun.
It's good.
I'm quite actually starving, so I'm looking forward to breakfast. I think it's an either orderable English breakfast or a buffet version of like a continental breakfast.
We'll wait and see.
We'll check back in after we've eaten. So if you go down one floor, there's this little arcade which is really cool. It's got a Guitar Hero, which I love. And then down the next floor is the it's a breakfast. So yeah, we're just checking it out now. And then we go down the stairs again to the restaurant, which is the Secret Garden. They also have a little bar. I'm not going to film inside, but it looks really cool. So I've just gone for a mixture of like sausages, bacon, hash brown, a couple of pastries. I've got coffee, juice and water. I'm sure it's got like
Everything.
a pile of everything.
There's sausages, bacon, scrambled egg, beans, hash browns, mushrooms.
This is pretty good. Considering it's free.
Yeah.
So we've just popped out that door there, out onto this little balcony, which is really pretty. And look, they've got a nice fountain, and then this kind of seating area down there.
Ducks in the fountain.
Oh yeah.
Duckies.
Maybe
This would
do
be nice in the summer time.
with power washing the umbrellas, but other than that,
Be nice in the summer. A bit too cold just now, but
it's quite misty today.
looks like I'm wearing the exact same outfit by the way, but I promise you I've changed.
Yeah, he's just got the same jacket on. I also have the same jacket on from a couple of days ago, but the rest of the outfit's different.
The ancestors are out currently.
It's the whole sort of mist fog situation is really adding to the Halloween vibe. I don't know if you can see, but there's like smoke coming out of my mouth when you breathe.
It's foggy, misty, goodness.
It smells really good. It's like a log fire.
It's like a marshmallow pit. If you know, you know.
See, look, you just laughed because you said marshmallow.
Oh, go away.
Again, we're just going to walk by this one.
Pinball wizard, dun, 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 dun. Pinball wizard, dun, dun, dun.
This is one of the scare zones that we're going to come to later. It's probably the one, scare mazes, sorry. It's probably the one we're least looking forward to because apparently it's not so much a scare maze. It's apparently more like a game.
And if you lose, you're out, basically.
Well, actually, it's the opposite. If you win and you're too good, you're out faster.
Okay, so I should do really terribly then, is that the point?
Yeah. Stuart really wants one of these Pikachus, but he's rubbish at basketball, he said, so.
I'm not going to give it a go because I know for a fact I wouldn't win it.
Oh, so I put £1 in Guitar Hero this morning and it didn't work, so.
Which is heartbreaking because you know how much Callum loves Guitar Hero if you've watched our vlog series.
We're going to go on
Wow, look at
Oblivion in the mist, and you can hardly even see it. Is that a smiler?
The whole X sector is so misty. I'm very so weird that immediately. I want to wave at someone else, that was fun.
It's the one roller coaster Stuart won't go on. Because there's apparently 14 loops. Which is, I don't know if this is still in date, but it's a world record. For me, that sound is enough to make me not want to go on. Right, we're finally going to get on this next. Hopefully it'll stay open for us today. So that's us off Oblivion. What did you think?
It's just a great ride. I mean, the sad part about Oblivion is that it's so short.
Yeah, you're probably only on it for like, well, the ride only
Second.
lasts like, what, 20 seconds maybe?
Yeah. You queue more and you queue up at the end more than you actually ride it, but it's still good fun.
We're going to get a photo if you can find it. So the camera's not working for the photos, which is a shame because the last time we came here was 2015 and we have a photo from Oblivion, so it would have been fun to kind of compare them. You come off that ride into a little arcade, which is cool.
Is it done yet?
Oh, well, that does not look like, oh, I was going to say it doesn't look like Gizmo, but they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be the different ones. That's Gizmo there.
Look at the black one, he's so cool. What's he got down here?
They've got a dance machine. But yeah, anyway, just to summarise, the drop's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Knocks the wind out of you. But the ride is very short, but it's still super fun.
The fun thing about that is you prepare yourself for the drop.
There they are, about to go down again.
I mean, I could do that ride 20 times in a day and probably never get bored of it. You'd have to go with it today, and at this point, it's just a 20-minute wait, which is a long wait for what it is.
Plus, like we saw last night, when it's dark, there's no one here.
Yeah,
So
we'll maybe go back later on and do it again.
we have to try and ration our time today because we want to do the scare mazes when it's dark, or at least some of them. Right, so now we're going to 13 to try and do that. Maybe we should check if it's open first.
Yeah. Right, so unfortunately, I don't know if you can see it because it's quite blurry, 13 is closed just now. I think this app would benefit from when a ride is closed, giving you an opportunity to like set a reminder of when it does open or something like that, so that then whenever the ride does reopen you can jump back on it.
There's quite a lot of closed things.
Yeah, there's a couple of closed ones. So Wickerman's closed, 13 and Rita's closed. I don't know, I mean it's very, very foggy. So chances are that the reason that it's closed is that maybe they can't operate in this kind of weather or something. Either that or maybe they're going to open later on today, who knows. There's a wee duck! Sorry, I'm absolutely obsessed with the ducks here. But it is really, this is the perfect vibe that you need for what we're here for, which is like Halloween-y. Like, it's really good for it.
So you just like Halloween, which is like, could be named that.
Halloween!
If I ever have like
It's
a Halloween
Halloween, ladies and gentlemen, it's Halloween! Woohoo! Anywho.
We will head towards
Mutiny Bay, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know, that kind of area. Won't we be going like the Runaway Mine Train or something like that? Just something fun that's a wee bit chilled.
Because Wickerman's closed, 13's closed, Rita's closed.
Yeah. 13's really one of the next ones on the list. Hi there.
So we've got some donuts to try. We really wanted a sweet treat. And there's a place in Mutiny Bay that sells fresh donuts. It was only £8 for 5, but then £10 for 10. So we just went for 10. Although I'm a bit stressed because we literally just had to walk like half the length of the park to find a seat that was dry. Like all the seats were kind of out of the cover of the umbrellas or whatever, and they're all absolutely soaking. So you think the theme park built in Britain would actually have somewhere that you could sit that was out of the rain, but apparently not.
We also bought a cup, so we got a souvenir cup. This, with the lanyard attached to it to hold it, is £19. You can buy a Wickerman themed one that's £20. But this seems like a bit of a better deal because you get the lanyard so you can hold on to it. That's free refills for the full day, and you can then get a reset and a free refills for your second day for, what is it, £6? £5. So that's good. So we've bought one because we're just going to share it. We don't really need to drink that much today. Yeah, classic like theme park donut, you know.
But I did get strawberry sauce to try too. So Stuart's just finishing his donuts.
They had to catch me when I had sugar everywhere, didn't they?
So we just bumped into someone from Stuart's work who told us that the reason the rides are shut is because of the fog, so the cameras that keep an eye on the rides. So the cameras that they use to monitor the rides aren't able to see properly, and literally almost all of the rides are closed. So
yeah, so since the last time that I kind of showed you, Galactica's now closed as well.
So is Nemesis.
So is Nemesis. So Wickerman, Nemesis, Galactica and 13, they're all shut.
So
which are all of the kind of big rides.
And
like
we've already been on Oblivion and sure doesn't want to go on Smiler. So yeah, no rides at the moment. We're going to go to the haunted, pardon me, the Alton Manor, the curse of, what was it called? The curse of Alton Manor or something. I'll never know the name of it.
The funny thing is, we're sitting eating donuts and people have passed us and went, "How are the donuts?" We're like, "Really good." They're like, "Good, because there's no rides open, so we need to do something."
Yeah. The other thing is as well, like, so there's like the subterrace open, but now it's like an hour long because everything else is shut. And the same with that Runaway Mine Train. It's
Yeah,
quite
so we're
busy.
sat next to Runaway Mine Train just now and the queue is massive.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll have a look at that, but it's too busy. We'll go to the Curse of Alton Manor.
I mean, I just love the atmosphere of this whole area.
No luck. So we're not having the greatest of luck so far. The Curse of Alton Haunted Manor House,
Oh my
whatever it's
god,
called,
the curse at Alton Manor. What is wrong with you?
is also shut, and that's an internal ride. So,
Yeah, so
everything from like everything in this end of the park, which is like 3/4 of the park, is shut. So now we have to walk all the way back. Trick or treat. So we're gonna go to Trick or Treat Town with Haribo. Oh, it's 15 days to Halloween. And then after that we'll go to Amigos in the Afterlife. They're still not open yet, but I think they open at 12. It's really cool, it's like a Dia de los Muertos kind of theme thing. It's a Gangster Granny ride, which is based on David Walliams' work.
Carousel.
It's quite colourful here.
I'd say I didn't realise that David Williams had so much.
So I knew the books existed, but I don't know
Quite
I
a
had all of this.
Smelly. The Honourable Smelly Heffalump. Hello, I am the Honourable Smelly Heffalump. So, Gangster Granny. It was good fun. I think it obviously is a kids ride, but it's a really good kids ride. I like the detail that's put into
It
it.
was a nice change of pace. It kind of reminded me of like Cat in the Hat and stuff, which I like in Florida, so it's nice.
Yeah.
So it's time for our first Scaremaze thing.
Scaremaze?
This one's child friendly, so it's called Amigos in the Afterlife. So that's just out of Amigos in the Afterlife. It lasted like half an hour.
Definitely the child-friendly option in the scare zones, but no less, still it's enjoyable. I still enjoyed it. It was a good laugh. Callum,
So,
for
like-
being an awkward person, I think we sat at the side sometimes a bit like.
Without
What's
really
that?
too much, it was essentially like 6 rooms, each had like actors in it and they did a different kind of activity.
Yeah.
I'd say like, for someone like me who's a bit awkward and introverted, it's maybe a bit awkward. Like, I
Me on the
feel,
other hand, I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
I feel like if you went in and there was only like 4 of you or something,
Yeah.
it would be really awkward because all the attention would be on you and they want like participants and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas having a big group was fine. But yeah, it was really fun. It smelled amazing. Like, every room smelled like fruits and
Yeah,
flowers. And
the theming's definitely well done throughout.
it's all like neon, kind of glow in the dark stuff.
Yeah, so it feels like you're in the Dia de los Muertos kind of like scenario, which is really good.
It's a good start.
Yeah, good start.
Now we're going over here to
The trick or treat.
trick or treat.
Going to go
Town.
get some Haribo.
So we have these little trick or treat Halloween bags, which are so cute. And then this is the entrance to the house.
And that's everything! But wait, no it's not! Some of the doors hold surprises and sneaky little tricks, so be prepared. And if you knock on the door and it doesn't open, then you should just move on along to the next! Don't forget to give us a 5-star review on TripAdvisor. Trick! And we hope you enjoy your visit to Trick or Treat Town!
So we are out of trick or treat time.
That is a lot.
We have, I'll show you in a second.
Bags full of sweeties. Bags full of sweeties. Bags full of Haribo.
Many Haribos.
Many Haribos. Happy Haribo.
Yeah, so that one was essentially a few different pretend streets that were themed differently. So one was like a cemetery, one was like just like a town.
Yeah, it was just like going for the town and trick or treat, which was good fun.
Depending on what door you chat, sometimes you got a trick and sometimes you got a treat. So it was really fun. The characters were great. They were like jumping out and all dressed up different accents and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was good fun.
I actually got a couple of friends, to be honest.
I think if kids went through that, they would have, obviously they get that side of it, so they really enjoyed the fact they get sweets, but as well it's just in general a good bit of fun.
Another example of maybe not for the introverted.
Yeah,
but
I definitely smiled all the way through it though. Like I was enjoying the fact that it was a bit chaotic and crazy.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do is just get stuck into stuff like that. Then we just took turns. It's good fun. It's really like I actually laughed a lot.
I think if you're doing those two, so if you're doing either of the two for children as adults, you just really like you have to let your inhibitions go a wee bit and just like get into it and enjoy it. And as soon as you do that, it is good fun.
Yes, so that was like just over an hour or about an hour.
Yeah.
So now we will.
The fog is still not lifted.
There are a couple of actual, what are they called, scare mazes up here. So like the adult ones. So we may kind of get those in while we're here. So this is the first of the scare mazes that we're going to do. It's called the Attic. Terror of the Towers. It's been here for quite a few years now, I think. So not brand new, but it is to us.
It's definitely not new. I think these have been around like 6 years or something now. So quite old ones, but can't really think of.
I mean, scare mazes aside, this area is just so pretty.
It's cool to get so close to the towers.
Look at the gardens. I love the music. I wish it was a bit louder.
Very Hunting of Bly Manor.
I do think coming here at night time would be great.
Here we go. Into the attic.
Oh, wow, it's really pretty. It definitely has like a vibe about it. Maybe we should have waited till it was dark and managed to be in here. So we're out of the attic and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so good.
Like proper
It was
scares.
We went with a group of about 6 of us, so 2 for us and then 4 for the other group. And everyone just screamed throughout it.
Yeah, I was worried there was going to be another thing where it was like each room had like an actor that you did like a sort of interactive sort of dialogue thing with. Sorry. Which is can be fun, but it's like I prefer the sort of idea of just going through a house and getting scared.
And it definitely it was good. I mean, it's the space is small, so it's good because it feels like you're like enclosed in this like no choice scenario where you have the choice of basically walking through it or don't walk through it, but you're gonna have to go forward.
There's like sheets hanging everywhere, so it's just like people jump out of everywhere and they're really fast and it's super dark, so sometimes you don't see them till they're right at you.
Yeah, it's definitely like sensory overload in terms of like texturally and also like physically and everything. It's really, really good.
I'm
really enjoyed
absolutely
it.
sweating though. Yeah, I'm actually sweating though.
Yeah, it was hot. That's a very odd thing, but it was very hot.
It's good fun, but it's stressful, which is what we wanted.
My
Good.
blood pressure went through the roof, I think. There was one point where one of the scare actors more or less ran right towards me, and Callum at that point had pushed me towards it, like the front of the group. And yeah, that was the point where I screamed.
If you've not been before, it's essentially like about a lady, like a nanny or something like that,
Yeah.
who got locked in the attic and died there, and like you're going through this tiny corridors of the attic and getting scared the whole way. So this is Tiny's Revenge. Looks interesting so far. We're just taking a wee wander through the garden to avoid the rain. So we're just out of Tiny's Revenge, which is essentially like, it's essentially about like a killer, like some sort of hillbilly killer type thing.
Kind of seems like a wee bit Australian, like especially like getting of it.
I kind of more got like 80s American slasher. It's been a bit too wet to film, but on our way to the Runaway Mine Train after doing Curse at Alton Manor. We'll record when we can, but just don't want the camera getting soaked because it's been like raining pretty consistently since maybe a few hours ago, as you can probably tell. But we're still having fun. So this is what's up next. We're doing Compound. No idea what to expect, it looks quite futuristic, which is cool. Well, we've just done Compound, which might have been my favourite. We got split up. Before you go in, they say to you,
Are you happy?
choose your sketches. They say you're probably going to get split up, just so you know, are you happy to continue? And essentially you go in, they send you one of several ways, and then
They just keep doing that.
split you up through several means for the next duration of it. It's essentially a spin-off of Nemesis and Nemesis Subterra.
So the whole point of that one is that it's like
the
the
same company.
growing of the essentially what Nemesis is, and they're trying to like grow it, and it's gotten loose more or less. It's a very good, yeah, it's a very good scare zone, and it really fits the theme of the area, which is nice.
There's like a company, I think it's called Phalanx, which is like supposed to be a scientific military organisation, and they're in all the Nemesis rides and they're in that one. But it was really good. It was like a mixture of like, I suppose, harsh employees of the company, and then there was actual monsters and stuff.
It was good because there was a lot of like pushing you. It's a very
That's
physical
the one where
touch.
they've touched you.
Yeah, there was a lot of like physically like grabbing you and being like, go in that room, and like pushing you into that room.
Yeah.
And then like more or less like there was a guy who literally, I got to a point I was like, I don't know where I'm going, and he just kind of stood there and went, look at me, like looked me in the eye, and he was all obviously makeup or whatever, but I was like, ah. And then he just kind of went, get in there, and pushed me into a room with like the main creature, and I was like, oh, thanks for that.
There's like a lot of isolation and stuff. It was really good. It's one of my favourite. A lot of strobing lights and stuff as well. A lot of quite loud.
It's not a good one if you're scared of being on your own, but at the same time it is a good one if you're scared of being on your own, because it's like totally on your own. It's quite creepy, but it's good. I liked it.
So we're in the kind of Nemesis area, just there. I think we need to get some food, so we'll find something around here.
Right, so we headed back over towards Rita and 13, as 13 had just reopened finally after however many hours today. Although the queue for it went up to 60 minutes basically immediately. So we decided just to not bother and head into Woodcutter's Bar and Grill and have some food. Personally, it was probably the worst meal we've had here. I had fish and chips and it was not the best. pretty overcooked, and
I think you're right. It just
Not
someone
nice.
say, "Oh my god, he's making a video."
it's making a video. Oh my god.
I just say like I'm quite an introverted person. Stuart isn't, but still see to walk about. Filming yourself. It's very out with both our comfort zones. And like for Florida, we did it just to have memories one day, and we just kind of got into. We really enjoyed it, and then started kind of thinking of like rating things and giving tips and stuff. So we just thought, why not do it here? But it's definitely still not something that we're both that comfortable with.
Totally different environment when you do it in your home country. Anyway,
yeah, I didn't like the food. The chips were nice. I had a burger and like
chips don't count. Chips are chips. So like everywhere you go, chips are always going to be nice.
Yeah, I had a burger and I literally spat it into my napkin because it was like gristly and like little rubbery bits in it, and I spat it into my napkin and ate my chip. I'm a bit funny with meat in general though, so like taking that with a pinch of salt. Like I'm not trying to pure defame the woodcutters bar and grill, but I couldn't eat it. The burger was really gristly.
I think in terms of food, that's probably been the worst meal that we've had. It was very basic food, and it was all very like overcooked or not very pleasant to eat.
There were some more expensive options, like steak type or like from the grill, like ribs and stuff.
Yeah, but based on what Callum had and the experience he had, I don't imagine they'd be much better.
I wouldn't have been stuff like that anyway.
Yeah.
But like they were like £20 odd, and nothing in the park that I've eaten so far indicates that anything
Like that would be
is
amazing.
going to be worth that kind of money from here.
Yeah. We've gotten quite lucky because with the time of year that we're here, there are a couple of different kind of option things. But in general, it's your basic theme park food. And it's done as well as you can imagine.
We've just been spoiled by this.
I know.
Side note, what is with the UK's aversion to ice? Just because it's raining doesn't mean you don't want ice in your drinks. And that comes to the restaurants, but also the Coke style free machines don't have ice in them.
Yeah, so I mean, this seems very worth it. I mean, we've made our money on it. We've only had 4 drinks, which is fine. But I mean, the drinks are hot. It's like get some ice in the machine.
I would rather not drink than drink something that's lukewarm. So like, I've barely drank anything all day because I would rather be dehydrated than drink lukewarm juice. So it's a bit rubbish. So this is the final scare maze that we're going to go on today. It's called Dad's Games Panic Reloaded, and I think it's just a game.
I really like the colours of it though. They're like a really neon pink.
It's all Theme Park Worldwide's video, and they said essentially you get given symbols on the wristband that you've got to find on the wall, and the faster you find them, the quicker you're out essentially.
Jeepers, creepers.
So that's our last house done sadly for this year from Scarefest. It was Dad's Games. It was actually good fun. Again, it was another one where you're warned that the actors allowed to touch you.
It was good because it was physical in both parts. Physical in terms of them and physical in terms of us.
So essentially you got a wristband that was allocated to codes. They were like digital wristbands you could scan onto things, and then throughout the maze there was like dozens of codes and you had to find yours, and then to unlock it and be able to scan it you had to do like a little task. We both managed to find one of them, but we couldn't find our second one.
Yeah. Like actually just find them because we actually both found our ones that were related to not rides, and neither of us found the ride ones.
It was good fun.
Good fun.
It's quite physical. The actors are good. That's
Yeah.
kind of scary.
I had to crawl into a tunnel, which was good fun.
But how would you rate attending your first sort of haunted house experience? Was it good?
It was good. I think the difference between here and elsewhere is like the physical touch aspect, which I actually don't mind that much. Like as long as you're not going overboard, it feels fine to like have the odd push or shove kind of thing.
I'd say it's like a good mix, a good variety. It got me in the kind of Halloween spirit.
Yeah, definitely.
I've had a good time.
And they were all creepy in their own right.
It completely slipped my mind that there is a scare zone called Burial Ground. It's not one of the mazes. It's not a ticketed event, but we're going to go in here next. So, quick rundown. It is essentially a tribute to the Wicker Man. It contains cast members that are supposed to be those that
We're
were
not
chosen.
chosen by the Wicker Man.
It was alright, it wasn't just like scary or anything.
I think that's a good one if you wanted to test your kind of want to go in a scare zone and you're not really sure if you want to pay for them or anything. That's a good one to kind of get you hyped up for what it feels like to go through one.
Of safeguarding both
Last time going in
and civilians. Your
in
safety
the
is our number one
area of
priority.
Alton Towers for us this trip.
Here within the containment zone, we
We're
have
absolutely
implemented
trained.
Very well.
security measures.
We're going to do Subterra.
Advanced security vests and state-of-the-art.
We'll do this, probably Nemesis Reborn, and then that might be it for us, but it's a good way to finish. Final ride of the trip done.
If you can even hear us, the music in this bit is so loud.
Oh, where are we going?
I want to go over there because I want to see the ride come round and then we can head back out.
Final ride of the trip done, which was Nemesis.
Yeah.
So that's how we started,
Nemesis
so
Reborn.
that's how we finished. I would say best coaster of the park, and probably best ride, even though I do have a soft spot for the Haunted Manor thing, like the Cursed Manor.
Yeah, I mean, the renewal of that ride is absolutely spectacular and it makes it feel just awesome. I mean, I came off it again quite dizzy, quite a bit disorientated, but not ill. And it just, I mean, it's so good. The park in general has been really, really good, apart from obviously the weather.
Goodbye Alton Towers.
From the side entrance.
Maybe, hopefully it won't be 9 years to the next visit.
You never know.
So that's us back in the room, and that's us sadly at the end of our Alton Towers holiday.
Although I am absolutely exhausted,
I
as
am
I'm
too.
sure Callum is too. Yeah.
But it's just a sign of a good time.
Yeah.
So before we go, we kind of just thought we'd do a wee rundown of the houses, kind of as a winner. Maybe, do you want to list them? Favourite to least favourite?
Sure. What are they all called? Yeah, you're doing first because I can't remember.
So for me, my favourite is Attic, then Compound, then Tiny's Revenge, and it would be, is it Dan's Games last?
Daz's Games.
Daz's Games.
What about Burial Grounds?
I don't really, that wasn't really,
You're
that was,
not
just
getting
a,
that one.
that was just a scare zone. And then the two kids ones are their own thing.
Yeah.
What about you?
So for me, my top would be probably, I'm stuck between the Compound and the Attic. Both of them had people running towards me, so both of them scared me in that way. I think
So
Compound
if you ever
would
see
be my-
straight outside, do that.
I'd run towards me, I'll be terrified. Top I'd go Compound because I was separated from Callum. I'd then go Attic, Tiny's Revenge, the mine one, and then yeah, Des or Daz's Games, which was fine.
I actually said to Stuart that maybe one thing would be good is, even for just 1 week, or if they watch it in October, is have, so the way Halloween Horror Nights works, by buying a ticket for a full Halloween event means there's more money available to put in to make it a bit better. So rather than running the park as usual with certain areas for Halloween, it would maybe be good if at this time of year you could just purchase an actual Scarefest ticket, and it was maybe a bit more expensive, but then they put that into making the whole park more scary and more Halloween.
I think it's something that if Universal come over here and they become competition with Alton Towers for stuff like this, that'll be something that might come about, because I think that they'll look at the scenario of how Universal makes so much money and how they drag people in, and the main thing I think for Halloween Horror Nights and for Universal is that you're coming in, like you're the only people coming in, and there's going to be scare zones, there's going to be like areas where it's going to frighten you quite a lot, and you're there, you're signed up for that, so you know you're in for that. And I think Alton Towers could do it really, really well.
This is my first trip to a UK theme park since 2015, and I've had a great time. I've actually been pleasantly surprised with like some of the updates since. A lot of good rides, pretty okay to rubbish food.
Yeah, I think the food needs a massive improvement, to be honest.
But yeah, I had a really good time, had a fun time.
I think the major issue here, biggest one, has to be the transportation. It has to be the fact that I get that the Sky Raider's getting an update, but it's a huge park.
Anyway, with that being said, thanks so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We really appreciate you coming along with us on all of our adventures. Please subscribe, give us a like, leave us a comment.
Yeah, kind of keep an eye out for any future videos. If we do have any videos getting released, they tend to be on a Friday at 5 PM.
Yeah, set the notification bell as well.
We released our first Florida series, which is airing currently. We're on day 15 and there's still 6 more days to come, so feel free to check that out. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.